Greetings, folks. Today I want to talk about the time I got invited to hang around a motorcycle club. Yeah, so back in my younger days, I would hang out at this bar. It was a popular bar on the weekends for young folks. And one night, I just noticed that there was a bunch of motorcycle dudes all wearing red, had their leather vests on. They didn't identify which club they were in, but there was like 15 of them. There's like 15 of them, maybe 10 of them, and the first thing they did was they bought the whole freaking bar a round of shots. And after that, I realized that one of my friends, one of my friends from high school, was a part of this motorcycle crew, and I was like, "Hey, dude, what's up?" Blah blah blah, and we were just talking about how, like, catching up and everything. He was like, "Yeah, bro, I joined the army. Um, this, that, and the other thing. I'm a part of this motorcycle club. Would you like to come down the road and hang out with us at this other bar?" It's just let me tell you, like, if they run into trouble, if they start fighting, run. I was like, um, no, I'll take my chances at the fucking ghetto ass hood bar where the half the black dudes want to beat my ass. Like, I'm not hanging out with a motorcycle club. Period. I'm not gonna be responsible for the actions of a dozen other men who God knows what they're into. Like, if they're into beating their wives, fucking slanging dope, whatever. Like, if you're a part of that entity, you're gonna be labeled with them. If they stomp out a rival gang member and you're there, guess what? You're food, you know. And this is just a general advisory, just to not join gangs in general, because look at Tekashi 6ix9ine. He tried to be a gangster, and guess what? If you actually educate yourself, you'll realize that about 80 to 90% of offenders that get caught up will snitch on you. If you get caught up with four people in a car, simple charges, you can bet your ass at least two of them are going to snitch hard on you, and the other one may or may not. Um, so yeah, cover your ass, represent yourself, and you won't have to worry about people with a lower lower morality levels, less character than you. You won't have to be on their level. I'm sure it's fun to smoke crystal meth and ride a motorcycle around town. Like, maybe I'll try it one day. Probably not. Who knows what my midlife crisis will entail? But yeah, just take it from me, a person that's been arrested a couple times, who has been around the block. Just know that, like, you're definitely gonna get snitched on if you're running with a pack. Okay? People think people a lot of people trash, and the bigger the group is, the more likely you're gonna get some stinkers. All right. See you later.